Hello and welcome back. My name is Zirkat. Today we're back in another crypto video. Hope you guys doing well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another Pulsechain video. And as I said, as predicted with my video 1 week ago, Pulsechain is going to explode. And guys, it's doing just that. We are literally living in a history in the making, ladies and gentlemen, with a chain, okay, with the best crypto narratives in my honest opinion. Guys, you've seen my other videos. I've been playing around in base chain and Solana. Guys, you already know where that money that I'm making in profit, some of it, yes, goes to my bank. The other, I bring it back here to Pulsechain, guys. This is where my long-term investments stay. Okay, this is where I can invest and sleep at night. This is the most trusted, the best decentralized, the DeFi network that I like. Yeah, the best solution for Ethereum, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? It's a cycle one with cycle one narratives. And that's the best thing because that's the best bet in altcoin season, ladies and gentlemen. And we have, of course, bull run coming around the corner. Technically, it's already, it's going to start soon, right? The Bitcoin halving is due, I believe it's the 19th of April. So a lot of things are moving. Guys, crypto moves very fast. All of a sudden, that bus that you're waiting at the bus stop is gone. Okay, so please, I'm making those videos. Obviously, none of it is financial advice. Just here to tell you guys the latest updates about Pulsechain. Today, we're going to be focusing on Atropa and pDAI. Just let you guys know where we are in terms of milestones, expectations, here and there. And just to clarify a few things, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start. But before we start, I do want to thank my DeFi Insiders, the YouTube members who are choosing to support my channel. They do have access to my exclusive members videos of what I'm holding outside of the public videos that I'm making. So if you want to reflect or mirror my portfolio, you can do that. But then again, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't do no pump and buy and sell signals, none of that. Okay, I'm here to make videos so I can educate you guys to become independent thinkers. You make your own decisions. You understand how to become a strategic investor, have your exit strategy, milestones, take profits, etc. So this is the comment that I would just wanted to start off with. I understand Pulsechain has a huge it's been going up, right? But this is something I need to clarify because I know with a lot of exposure brings on newcomers from retail investors who are new to the crypto scene and stuff, and they've been hearing us say the word pDAI. Okay, I just want to quickly let people know. So for example, this one, hi Khaled or anyone, can you explain how to purchase pDAI without massive slippage? Now, I believe this is probably because he literally typed pDAI/WPLS, ladies and gentlemen, and that is not the real pDAI. That's not the pDAI that we have been talking about. So careful. This is not the one that we were talking about. This one right here. I mean, I wouldn't call it a scam because it's not looking like it's shrugging, but do not invest in this one. This has nothing to do with Recharge ecosystem. This has nothing to do with the main token that Atropa ecosystem stemmed from. Okay, so it's still called DAI, right? It's technically is DAI, and just type DAI/PLS and you will see it if you scroll down. It does have a logo. It's a DAI stablecoin. It does have a logo. You can see it, and of course you will know that this is the one because it has the thickest liquidity. Okay, so you do have to scroll down because obviously actually no, yeah, because other names come up, but it is this one, DAI stablecoin. I'll make it super easy for you guys. I'm gonna link the chart for pDAI. We just call it pDAI, by the way, with a it's a prefix just to indicate that we're talking about the DAI from Pulsechain as opposed to DAI from Ethereum. Okay, so to keep it simple, I'm gonna put the contract address link in the description along with the chart deck screener as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the chart right here, literally pumping, absolutely crazy. 144 million market cap with a volume of $3.2 million. Guys, this is real money. Okay, this is not inflated or anything. This is real money. That's beautiful volume, guys. Okay, and I've updated this right now. We are currently 156x away from that $1. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're so close to hitting that 1 cent, and I believe after hitting that 1 cent, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be price discovery. It can really go up all of a sudden. But at the same time, I do think that we have kind of recognized so if I take this down, we have recognized a higher support layer because of the previous one that I put here. You can kind of tell where it failed the resistance here, it failed again, and it came back up and it broke it, and now this has became from a resistance to a support, and now it seems like even now this one has become a support layer because we did test it here and we succeeded. So we'll see. Obviously, if a lot of you guys are watching this, if you're like oh, I'm buying all-time high, you know, you can use the DCA strategy, where as opposed to going all in with your buying power at once, what you can do a small buy and then wait. If it did dip, then you can DCA another time. If it did go higher, it is what it is. You can DCA again. You can carry on DCAing, and that will give you a better average entry position. Okay, or if you don't care, because you still, you know, this is again, you don't care about short-term price volatility, then just go all in. You know what I mean? Not financial advice. You do you. Speak with your financial advisor. So yeah, you know, another 156x away. Absolutely amazing, guys. This is what Richard Hart wants. Literally, this is what Atropa ecosystem has stemmed from. We're talking about millions and millions in terms of liquidity. Biggest, like I can show you guys. If I scroll down here, you'll see the thickest liquidity between for pDAI is literally the Atropa, which is 40 million. Wow, I remember when this was worth actually 20 million, and of course because Atropa is going up itself, so the liquidity within it itself is also going up in value, which is amazing. This is the whole point of Hart's law, ladies and gentlemen, where everything goes up in tandem, you know, because of the liquidity bonding. So, you know, if DAI goes up, Atropa will go up, and if Atropa goes up, Teddy Bear goes up. If a Teddy Bear goes up, it does this another, you know, wave effect where everything follows suit. So, you know what I mean, take advantage of this, ladies and gentlemen. This is why Pulsechain like gets me excited. This is where, you know what I mean, where I can call home. I'll go to Solana. Jeez, guys. That's like the black market, guys. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people getting rugged left and right. I got rugged so many times. You know what I mean? Because you know, you guys seen that video where, if you haven't, where you know, I explained how to get into meme coins and stuff. But yeah, it's good to be in investments where, you know, most of your portfolio are in actual highly confident investments like pDAI, you know, Teddy Bear, Atropa ecosystem. There's still always going to be an element of risk. Nothing is guaranteed in crypto. Keep that in mind. Always still invest with risk capital, money that's not for your rent to be due in a month time. Okay, so keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. But moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we got here Atropa ecosystem, absolutely doing amazing. Currently at almost, oh no, that's not it. If I go back, I think Atropa, so if I type Atropa, I think it's actually 4 cents. Yep, I was going to say it's at 6 cents. It's at 4 cents, which makes it a whopping 19x away from $1, guys. Wow, that seems way too close. You know what I mean? 19x away from $1, and of course we have that target of that $30 to $40 range, which is what, a 631x away. This is honestly an underdog. A lot of people are gonna be looking at. And I've seen people, you know, obviously they know about Atropa, yeah, but they haven't actually bought it up because they're choosing to buy pDAI. In my honest opinion, I want to not miss out. So I'm getting the best of all worlds in Pulsechain, because I do feel like Pulsechain has a lot of projects that they will all thrive. Okay, because you got, you know, Teddy Bear, the greatest meme coin. Atropa is the central, you know, Atropa ecosystem token itself. And you got pDAI, the first you know, stable coin to be the first true decentralized stablecoin, self-made in a network. Obviously now there is other P stables, which I will make a separate video, because I've seen, and I did get a tweet here that I saw. There's the same people who faded pDAI are still fading PLUSD. Surprised. Now this is one, you know, this is the least kind of spoken about P stable, because technically a lot of people think of Pulsechain as it only has 3 P stables that, you know, are going to go to $1. And even the 414 dev Maria, he literally said, you know, most likely PUSDT and PUSDC will peg around the same time as pDAI. Okay, or at least it will keep following it. We've seen the price where PUSDC and PUSDT are literally almost the same price, because, you know, they're both, you know, with the liquidity bonding pairs, it literally moves up as pDAI goes up. Okay, so he literally said that, the 414. So honestly, I will still make a video and I will give my opinion about PLUSD. I feel like obviously at the end of the day, I might still get a bag because it doesn't hurt. But one of the issues, I will kind of talk about it. But, you know, that's for a separate video, obviously. And aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, we are absolutely thriving. You know, Atropa, pDAI, tons of volume right now coming into Pulsechain, a lot of new faces. And something that I wanted to do, that's something I haven't done, is I've never really opened the community made DAI website, which is absolutely crazy. I just wanted to read what do they have to say. So let's read from here. For starters, pDAI's inception on Pulsechain was marked by a unique journey, copied over during the fork, It began with a price much lower than pDAI. Many early adopters saw this as an opportunity, ratio trading it for assets within the Pulsechain ecosystem. This initial trading frenzy led to a substantial drop in its value. Yes, because this is what happened here, is because at the beginning, the token DAI, you were able to, I believe, I'm not entirely sure. I believe if it was, you're able to mint it for extremely cheap prices. Now I'm not sure if because it was still treating wrapped ETH as true ETH in terms of value. So a lot of people, what they did, they minted it where the supply has been, it went up so much that this is why it set us back in terms of pDAI's supply, but it's not as bad as PLUSD. And of course that's where they did the vote. I don't know how much it was, 1 or 2 million it was paid to amend the contract where, okay, now the mint function is either amended or, taken away, etc. And that's, they fixed the mint issue. But obviously PLUSD suffers the most out of all those, stable coins. And then, so let's see what happened here. This initial trading frenzy led to a substantial drop in its value, plunging to a staggering low of how many zeros? Yet every dawn has its day. As understanding deepened and the community railed around pDAI, a growing sentiment emerged. Could pDAI not only recover, but eventually stabilize as $1, just like Ethereum's counterpart? This hypothesis, backed by fervent community research and belief, captured pDAI's journey from its humble beginnings to an impressive high of 0.02. He needs to update that number because now it's 0.06. Almost 7 actually. I think we touched 7, and again we can reach 1 cent. I mean, we possibly can even reach it by today, tomorrow, this week. While still in the nascent stages, the trajectory of pDAI holds promise. The increasing support from the Pulsechain community, combined with its inherent advantages over the Ethereum in terms of speed, cost, decentralization, positions pDAI as a token of immense potential. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or new to the digital currency realm, the story of pDAI offers a compelling testament to the power of community belief in blockchain technology. Wow. Dive in as we unfold the intricacies of pDAI, its potential to reach $1, and how you too can be part of the exhilarating journey. What we are going, where we're going, etc. So you can read that. That's very well written. Whoever wrote this is definitely a copywriter. Well done. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, another quick thing that I just kind of, as I'm going through those, kind of Twitter highlights that I have here, obviously, as I said, if we hit 1 cent, that honestly changes things like almost psychologically right now. Okay, because that 1 cent is like, whoa, this is value right now. We are 100x away from $1, and and after that you got here 10 cents, 50 cents, $1. Like it's just gonna be, and everything to do with the the Atropa ecosystem, with Richard Hart, playing around with the MakerDAO vaults, etc. Him longing Ethereum, with the SAC funds. It's absolutely crazy. And of course you've seen, that's the thing. You need to go to Twitter to stay up to date, follow a lot of people. We've seen the sacrifice funds literally buy back Pulse X, and a lot of those behaviors right there. Like it's actually really great to see that Richard Hart, he does. Honestly, I think he's playing 5D chess, ladies and gentlemen. But I do have an opinion here where I've seen a lot of people. Obviously, there's some FUD happening because of the Pulse price compared to everything else. And I do believe, and I think this is something that the Atropa dev mentioned, obviously because right now we're literally all the way back down to sacrifice, this is sacrifice price, right? Where if you want to swing trade it for a 70 to to 100% increase, that's a great opportunity. Now, in my personal opinion, I feel like, for example, if you are trying to get a very safe bag, you want to invest, etc. I feel like Pulse X is a better investment to hold than Pulse, because either way we wouldn't, again, this is my opinion, I don't know, might not be what a lot of you guys would think. I feel like either way we wouldn't really want Pulse, the native token itself, to go up multiple tens of X's, right? Or even 100x, because number one, it will increase the gas prices. Okay, yes, it will still be, you know, relatively cheap. But then again, you know, do we really want that when, you know, we have everything else that we want going up other than the native token itself? Which is why I feel like the shift is to focus on holding INC. The shift is to focus on holding Pulse X. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think about that. And I feel like that's something that I believe Atropa, the dev, spoke about. You know, so that's my opinion. Again, this is one more thing that here talks about. This is a clip from Richard Hart, I think, where this is one of the reasons why I feel like this is the chosen P staple, pDAI, as opposed to PSDC and PSDT. But I feel like at the same time, as an effect of pDAI going to $1, PSDT and PSDC will follow suit in also hitting that $1. So let's watch this clip of Richard Hart.
There's certain innovations which solve even the volatility component. So now that stablecoins exist, you get the instant, you know, irreversible settlement. But most stablecoins actually have counterparty risk. Like, they can invalidate your coins at will. So the stablecoin company can just turn your coins off and be like, yeah, they don't work anymore. Some stablecoins don't have that. Like DAI doesn't have that, but USDC and USDT do have that. So you have to be careful.
There you have it. This is why, you know, DAI is Richard Hart's favorite token. I've already made a video where I went on a kind of a deep dive where MakerDAO, how it has, you know, it's a you need to have a voting system where you can actually have, you know, 8 votes out of the 13, you know, chairs that need to vote for the action to go through. So technically it's still, you know, decentralized, even though yes, there's keys. I think it's a multi-signed wallet either way. So I think, you know, that's why MakerDAO is really bullish. Even, you know, even the one in Ethereum itself is obviously trusted. They can amend it. The seats are the people who are really, you know, trusted. For example, I believe what was it? Bitcoin's multi-signature wallet chairs. I think it had MakerDAO itself, it had BitGo, and it had a lot of other people. So I think, you know, pDAI is the chosen P stable to go to $1. It's not even any doubt behind that. But at the same time, I do feel like USDT and USDC is a gem here, because why? If you look at the price of USDC compared to pDAI, you will realize that it's actually a 50%, you know, decrease in price. You can see that, you know, the differences here. It's at 0.004, 0.006, so technically less than, you know, 50% decrease. And you can see that USDC and USDT are actually really close in prices, you know. So this is why they might be worth, for me, I don't know about you, no financial advice, to kind of get a bag in that and, you know, find out. And the same thing can go to LUSD, but of course you can see that LUSD has so many zeros that it's almost impossible. Like, you'll have people holding billions and billions, guys. You know what I mean? But I'll still make a video and I'll still hear out people's sentiment. I'm gonna, you know, look around and see what people think. And yeah, and of course, you know, other things happened, ladies and gentlemen, in the past week that I don't really want to give too much focus on. But one of them, I think it was something to do with, again, I can't really pronounce her name, but she posted a clip where she gave a super chat to Tristan Tate, talking about, this is what was said.
Hi, Tristan.
Sound like you love freedom of speech.
Looks like you love freedom of speech. Blah, blah, blah. This particular chain is important because of freedom of speech, etc., etc. Ah.
And then she said, and that the elite are now trying to ban Richard Hart from inventing thoughts. And of course, you know, she then took this as, oh, look, he did say he believed in it, but not that much, etc., etc. And I think it created a little bit of a negativity, because it does give a bad light now to us, Pulsechain, you know, influencers, Pulsechain community, because, you know, that's not what he said. Plus, she did cut off a part where, you know, Tristan himself, he didn't like. You can see that you cut out the name of the chain I was actually talking about, and that's not really a good look, to be honest with you. That's the issue, ladies and gentlemen, when you try to reach out and you're the first person of a community that someone else speaks to, you're going to represent that first person. You know what I mean? They have 7 seconds that they're going to literally judge you right then and there. And he's going to look at her and he's going to be like, okay, she has 39k followers, so she has to be the face of, you know, one of the main influencers that represent, you know, Pulsechain. So that's not really a good look. And I've seen other people kind of tag Tristan Tate and like apologize and stuff like that. So I think, you know, yeah, it was Corey. I apologize for etc., etc. So, you know, stuff like this, you know, really, you want to really make sure you're not trying to, you know, bait people. Okay, like don't try to bait something out of it from sending a super chat. Oh, did he say that he believes in it? Or, you know, I think he still holds it, and then you now post it publicly. It's very clear that Tristan, he doesn't want to, you know, talk about his holdings, you know, especially about, you know, a network that's such a, you know, underdog. It's still an underdog. Okay, don't get me wrong. And of course, you know, stuff with, you know, the FUD behind it, etc., etc. He doesn't want to be labeled. This is the same tactic that Richard Hart does. He ends all his tweets with a disclaimer. Same thing with Tristan. He's taking that step where he doesn't want to, you know, talk about what he's holding. Okay, he doesn't want to have accountability for, oh, you just, you know, you're the one who caused Pulsechain to dip. You're the one who caused Pulsechain to pump and dump, etc., etc. So yeah, keep that in mind. But at the same time, there was a tweet from Somi where he did find out that Andrew actually did invest in the sacrifice for Pulse X, and that his holdings, he's actually holding a nice LP position actually, which I actually wanted to talk to you about, why it's actually one of the best position. Now I'm not sure, this is wrapped ETH and Pulse. You can see this worth 150k, and you can see that this is version 1 obviously because it has rewards in I and C. No, but I'm not sure. I believe this is probably wrapped ETH, the, you know, from Ethereum, not the PWT, right? But at the same time, I did want to talk about this because I've seen a lot of people talk about, you know, where's the best pairs to invest in terms of, you know, reduced impermanent loss. I feel like this is one of the ones that are really underrated. And then now the reason is, this is obviously wrapped ETH from Pulsechain, right? You can tell by, you know, the extremely low price. Now this is the one in 9mm in version 3. The reason why I highlighted this one, because the other ones that are, you know, V2, you know, the liquidity to volume ratio is not that, it's not that you know, enticing for me. That's 5%, you know, or was it 5%? That's like you know, yeah, 5% of is it 5% or 10%? No, that's 5% of the volume to liquidity ratio. So it's not really, you know, you're not going to get a lot of APRs out of that. And of course, V1, that you don't want to, you won't, if you made LPs for V1, WETH and Atropa, you will not make any rewards because it's in version 1 and there's no farms for this. So they have it as well. So if you scroll down, the next best thing, honestly, is the version 3, because look at that, liquidity is 43k and volume is 16k. So that's almost half, you know, 2-to-1 ratio of liquidity to volume ratio. So that's actually not bad. You can make decent APRs. Now, the main reason why I'm highlighting this is because of what? Impermanent loss. I said impermanent loss, this one is super low, because I've seen people, and I have realized myself, wrapped ETH from Pulsechain, the PWETH, and WP and Pulse actually moves in correlation. So the correlation efficient, guys, almost is at 1, like +1 solid. And how can we find that out? Is by clicking this button right here on the Pulse button, and you can see that it is literally stabilized in a straight line like a stable coin, guys. Look at that. So tell me about impermanent loss, guys. Beautiful. Look at that. You know what I mean? So if anything goes up, if WPLS goes up, PWETH goes up as well. If it goes down, they go down together. So impermanent loss is really reduced here, almost down to nothing, because look at this. It's literally like a stable coin in front of us, which is why, you know what, if I did have extra capital, I would literally put it down here and park it up, right? And of course, I can take it out anytime. But remember, this is not in version 1 Pulse X farms. You will make yield within itself. It's auto compounding. That's, oh no, it's not auto compounding. It's version 3, so you'll have it separated UI. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of my, you know, what I wanted to talk about today, the latest update about Pulsechain. I'm super bullish about this. I'm going to be making more videos. As I said, I have a video that I want to make about Teddy Bear and why it's super bullish, and why honestly it hasn't taken off yet compared to how Atropa and how PDAI has taken off. And there's a little bit of story that I wanted to actually talk about and get into, where the Atropa dev, he said this teddy bear right here has some symbolism, or the story behind it was inspired or mentioned in the movie Imaginary, the horror movie Imaginary. I watched that horror movie in the cinema and I was like, what? I then realized when he talked about Imagine, he said, oh yeah, you know, it's actually related. I want to find out. I'm going to dig that up and I'm going to get back to you guys with a video on it. I'm super excited. And of course, I'm going to make more videos about the peace tables, a lot of other videos, you know, generally about, you know, PWBTC, what I think about it, you know, my next price predictions. You know, a lot of people saying, you know, it can pass Bitcoin Cash's price, which I think is like $600. That is nothing, guys. You know what I mean? I see this going easily. Again, not financial advice, but I do see PWBTC going 10K midterm time. Mid to long term, you know, above 10K, we're talking, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely crazy. The opportunity is here. Thanks to Richard Hart with the greatest airdrop in crypto history, guys. And again, I'm going to have a separate video where I talk about the history of Pulsechain, you know, and the events that happened in order and where we are right now. I'm going to make another video about that. So keep in mind, you know, stick around. If you are new to my channel, subscribe. You know, I'm learning as I'm doing this. It's amazing. You know what I mean? Let's make the best out of this. The best way to make the most money in a bull run is, of course, in altcoins, because, of course, Ethereum is already mainstream. Bitcoin is already mainstream. Bitcoin is like a store of value, so you're not going to get multiple X's out of it. Ethereum is already too big. Gas fees are crazy. It's a land of whales. You know, it's not really, you know, new cryptocomers friendly. You know what I mean? So, you know, because it's very expensive for you to make. You need to really keep in mind that Ethereum gas fees are going to carry on to skyrocket. This is why you have L1, L2 solutions. And I believe Pulsechain is the best L1 solution for Ethereum. We don't need no L2, L3, L4. The only L2 I need is Dysomnia that Atropa is making within Pulsechain, which, again, I'm going to probably make a video on that one as I do more research into that. He's trying to make a financial system within Pulsechain. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I just wanted to give a shout out to, you know, Monster saying I feel like this is a gem. You know, right now we're finding like an all-time lows. So I just want to, you know, give a shout out. If it's at 600K market cap, you know, it's a beautiful 3x, I believe, from all-time high. So that's a good swing trade opportunity. Lastly, please follow my Twitter. I'm almost at 500 followers. I really appreciate you guys for all your support. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. Give me feedback. Was it too long for your liking? Did you like other information? Did you learn something new today? What type of video do you want me to make? I'm going to be making more videos about Pulsechain, but at the same time, I'm still going to be expanding about base chain and Ethereum and everything else, because of course, you know, I follow the money. Don't get me wrong, guys. I follow the money. You want to really diversify your portfolio. Of course, I'm diversified within Pulsechain, but at the same time, I'm still following other monies here and there. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video. I really hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.